We have breaking anime news. He's already starting off manic.
Sonic here.
I knew the game was hurting you. I didn't realize that it was hurting you that much.
No, but my brother's allergies have started to kick in.
Allergies aren't contagious, though.
No, I don't really. I'm not much for allergies.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Talk about a daring stance for you to take. You're anti-allergies. You want to rid the world of, annoying allergies.
You know, sometimes when pollen...
Mm-hmm. It makes the
It
honey,
also
though.
makes me have a sniffle.
Oh. So you would rather rid the world of honey, those that you didn't have sniffles?
Close. All right, let's go. Here's the gate I need to go through.
You be quiet. You can't actually defend your stance.
I'm just playing Sonic Heroes, man. Welcome to the Sonic Heroes stream.
The breaking anime news. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Breaking anime news.
What is the breaking anime news?
After a hiatus, the Black Butler manga is coming back, and this is going to be the last story.
I'm very excited for all of the Buttle heads. I've never... I
really like that series.
Black Butler is like the most boring thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm just gonna go and throw that out there.
The Fujoshi love that show, even though it's not explicitly for the Fujoshi.
Good for them.
That was not a spring.
My mom apparently seems to be enjoying the anime adaptation of Sakamoto Days. Which I know that...
Has your mom seen Frieren?
I don't think she has.
Do you need to put your Crunchyroll on her TV?
I think I do need to do this.
And just be like, just open your mother to an entire new world of depravity.
I'm I mean, she is going to see my my recommendations, which I would not. be
Whatever.
super okay
Your
with.
mom's gonna watch High School DxD and she's gonna be like, yeah, those girls had fat tits. I didn't like it. And you're like,
I mean, she
okay,
is
Mom.
she is a almost. My mom's retiring this month, so she's going to be a retired woman.
Okay, so she's fully retiring.
Yeah, she's been working part time for a while. She did
Yeah.
the thing that a lot of people.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, my dad basically has cut down his hours significantly because it turns out he would very much like to retire, but he's under contract for another year.
My dad worked longer than he probably should, just because he was too.
But did Big the Cat work too hard?
No. So, whose camp? I forgot. Whose camp?
This is Team Rose,
Okay.
where all the levels are half as
Rabbit.
long and therefore significantly more tolerable.
So it's Big the Cat, Rose, and Cream the Rabbit.
Yep, and Cream the Rabbit.
You want to cream the rabbit?
Nope, she's 6 years old. Fuck you.
The tornado hammer near that hole.
Yeah, you can't make this.
What?
You can't make the
The
joke.
fucking Sonic the
You're not-
Hedgehog community
you're not-
has done
you're
No,
not-
they no.
The Sonic
they want nothing to do
community doesn't deserve your respect or
They're busy
attention.
thinking about Rouge the rabbits. They're like, yeah, Rouge the bats.
Yeah.
Like Rouge. That's what I'm about.
Yeah, no. The Sonic community is too busy making Shadow and Sonic fuck each other.
Alright.
Cream got
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
Cream got Poochie. Did someone just say Cream got
Okay,
Poochie?
I'm glad you said Poochie.
Yeah, no, she got Poochied in as much as, like, I don't
don't
even think she
bring
was
her
in
up
the murder
anymore.
of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah. They don't really bring her up anymore.
Like, she was there because it's like, oh, she's
even
in
the
this
lizard
game
is
because
in-
it's like, hey, look at our cool new character we put in Sonic
So is
Advance
that-
2.
Rose could have a campaign. We put her in. I mean, even the.
I mean,
lizard
Amy
dude
was
could
in
do more
Sonic
than-
Adventure 1. Or Sonic Advance
How many times
1.
has the lizard dude been in? The alligator guy?
Yes,
was
the
in
Chaotix
the-
have been in.
Yeah,
That was
alligator guy.
chaotic.
Hector the
They- they get
crocodile.
pretty wet.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
been
they-
in multiple games.
They
Whereas-
they
I'm pretty sure
they
it's a
were in
generation.
the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. The Team Chaotix freaks were in the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. Ergo, more lore relevant than
I think of all
Cream the Rabbit.
Of all the team-based characters that were created for teams, I think the most successful character created for specifically to justify team, it's probably Blaze the Cat, right? Because she has perpetually been brought over and over again into products beyond the
Yeah,
Was
production
Blaze
of
the
heroes.
Cat the Sonic Riders character?
Sonic
or was
Rush.
Sonic
Rush.
yeah. The birds from Sonic Riders, no one
Right.
cares about them.
Right, I
Never
played
did.
Sonic Rush. I should have known that.
And also she was she was in Silver Story in Sonic 06.
Which, speaking of Sonic
Silver
characters
also
that
got
haven't
Poochie.
reappeared, is Silver.
Silver. I mean,
He had
Sonic
the
06
Planet Eden.
literally ends with them retconning that game out of existence.
As they should.
Kinda super
So I'm pulling
duper
this up.
happy.
Silver being the Trunks of the franchise. Pretty much.
Yeah, no, Sonic the Hedgehog is a franchise full of Poochie the dogs, but
Yeah,
Silver might be the most Poochie.
absolutely. I mean, they actively don't want to even bring up the specter of Silver.
I mean, I'll say it again. That Mephiles boss fight in Shadow Generations, where Shadow's like, I don't even know who you are. And he's like, you will remember me, Shadow. I will exist in this timeline once again. That was very fun.
Oh, that's not Poochie. That's like Scrappy Doo levels of contempt.
Oh, yeah.
Bye.
I think it's wonderful that, yeah, that game's one reference to Sonic 06 is Mephiles
Yeah.
getting dunked on. Actually, I think one of the levels in that game might be Sonic 06. But
Future Highway is a level in base generations.
yeah.
Gino had a lot of fun with that.
Yeah. I'm glad not enough people donated to charity to make me play Sonic 06.
How close are we to actually playing the next torture game?
I think we are literally like 3 or 4 people. And
your next
that
torture
includes OG-san cast people accounting for 2.
What game
39
could I play?
right there. Oh, wait, but that's just hard numbers. That's not fucking...
Yeah, because, yeah, we decided that OG-san cast tier would count for 2.
My turn.
Forgot about that.
Anyway, this game controls like shit. And
These
these
just look like visual nonsense.
and these scenes are just like I have very little control over my
I
characters.
do love when you hard favor Big the Cat, because seeing him run as fast as everyone else, it just is very funny.
Oh,
It's
ad
very
time!
fun.
Did you know that you can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/deeplistens? It's true.
I'm leaving.
You tortured me on my fucking stream using your points, so I'm gonna torture you.
I didn't redeem any of
He
those points.
literally
That was
didn't do a
Harley.
damn
I'm
thing.
kidding. I'm kidding.
That was Harley.
That was Harls.
And and listen, I love that boy.
But man,
Look at
I
all
wish I
those
had
shadows.
Harley's toxic positivity.
Yeah. You'd be like, oh, I've never found a game I've disliked. And then I'm like, being like, look at this. This is the worst thing I've ever done in my life.
And then he says, I actually like Sonic Heroes.
Yeah.
God, this game.
It gives you a way to get back up. It's not that bad.
Yeah, because we're playing Team Rose. So,
So the
Thank-
game's a little kinder. Yeah, if this was anything else, you would have just died then.
Is the
Yeah.
implication that Neo is for kids, or like this is?
I mean,
the
it's
kid-
all for kids.
Oh,
To
I
teach
think
them.
that is the biggest disconnect of the post Dreamcast Sonic games, is that they were intended for kids, but they are actually genuinely hard to play if you're a kid. Like they just become visual diarrhea, or the momentum just becomes uncontrollable.
I mean, I beat this
yeah.
game at least a couple times. I don't think I ever
a little-
got Metal Overlord, though.
That's only because today's generation of kids have just absolutely no
I mean, you mentioned this like a
hand-eye coordination.
You mentioned this a couple
No,
of
no,
weeks
I
ago.
said the kids want grit. I'm not. Kids have low tolerance for bullshit.
Got it.
We should.
Got it.
I'll say this again. Should we psyop the children?
Yes. Immediately. The answer is yes. If you're going to give me the ability to psyop the children, I will psyop the children. I will trick them into playing garbage.
Listen,
Our YouTube video essayists are already tricking them into playing garbage
it's true.
at the time.
It's true.
You know, when my nephew says he wants to play Street Fighter 2 with me, I don't hold back. Like, at all.
You just say, "Get good, you little shit."
Yeah, he's there like he's wondering like why he can't hit me, and I'm just, low kicking him to death.
They'll figure it out.
I mean, given that me playing given that me playing Street Fighter 6 with my nephew has been him picking Modern Control Zangief and just trying to grab me over and over again. Which, to be fair,
Legitimate strategy.
it's a legitimate strategy. It's not a bad way to remember Zangief's grab range. Wait, is that literally the end of this level? Jesus Christ.
Are you complaining?
No, I'm not.
You should save state.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah.
So, anyways, Braden,
Yes.
have you played the recently released game demo that everybody's talking about?
No, I have not played Half-Life 2 RTX.
No.
Why would
I was
anyone
gonna
play
say-
a demo?
Shut up. I was gonna say, did you play the demo for Pathologic 3?
Super duper
No.
happy.
I know it's
Pretty dope. It's pretty dope for a fucking Pathologic 3.
I know they're doing the Doctor this time instead of the Haruspecs. So I'm just happy that Ice Pick Lodge is still intact. That's because, you know, they've had financial issues because, you know, kind of hard right now to be a video game developer, especially if you're Russian. But whatever blood sacrifices they need to do to get
My turn.
money to make another Pathologic game is stuff I support.
You've probably already lost.
No, fuck you!
Here we go!
Team Rose is the slowest, so
What? They have different movement speeds?
My turn.
Why are these emeralds so fucking fast?
You gotta go fast to get the...
You mean the Chaos Emeralds? Obama said, chuckling.
in the OG game, these emerald stages were pure evil too.
In in Sonic 2?
Yeah, but they were completely ancillary to the actual game you were playing. Unless
Yeah,
I
you,
was able to do them in Sonic 2. It wasn't too bad.
unless you really gave a shit.
Fuck.
Like, the only game that gave me trouble was Sonic 1, and that's just because it's like,
That's because Sonic 1 is
it makes
bullshit.
you want to vomit.
As soon as... Yeah. Fucking piece of shit, garbage ass, fucking motherfucker. Anyway.
We're already in it to win
Da,
it.
da, da,
okay?
da, 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 da.
Well, time to.
Alright,
Uh,
what is the load state hotkey?
Did you just save state?
Yeah,
What is
Something weird in
what
there.
version of the GameCube?
I don't know why you haven't been more liberally using save states.
because I'm...
Let's get him
'Cause he's a
before
real
he-
gamer.
Just look at his dead eyes. His close up of his fucking dead eyes.
Open fire.
This is it. Ready?
Because it's a baby game on the GameCube. It shouldn't need save states.
Yeah, because I'm an adult man and I play video games to win. Alright.
I'm in it to win
I
it.
forgot that this game was made by a convicted criminal.
Alright, let's see. What is the hotkey for load state?
Is this a PlayStation 2, a GameCube, or an Xbox?
This is a GameCube.
And I do not have an answer for you.
Have
Have they ever figured out the Xbox thing with that sort of stuff?
I am looking at load
Emulation.
state, but despite there being a
Yeah.
save state 2 slot, I don't know how to select save state slot. What is the... Okay, hotkey settings. Don't mind me. Don't mind this old feller.
It's probably like control and then your hotkey. That might also be saved though, so be careful.
All right.
Xbox
Load
emulation
load
mileage
save slot
can
1.
vary.
Conveniently enough, yeah, it's shift plus whatever to do the save state, and then it's F1. Okay.
How many times did Dino Crisis 3 crash?
No! I gotta turn off hardcore mode! How many times did Dino Crisis 3 crash? Multiple.
So yeah,
Um,
that there. That's how Xbox emulation is these days.
Well, it's I one of the things I've thought about doing is digging out. I mean, my original Xbox is already hacked, but like getting a bigger hard drive in it and getting a HDMI thing, because they have an HDMI adapter.
There are no
you can
retro
plug in.
achievements. Disable hardcore mode. I need to disable hardcore mode.
Stop being hardcore.
I'm not going to replay these.
Retro achievements for this game?
There are no retro achievements for this game.
Sonic people are nuts. What's wrong with them?
I am turning off hardcore mode for now.
Sonic people do not love this game as much as the others.
Oh, how convenient.
Kinda super
Very much like how you say for now.
happy.
Yeah, yay!
Oh, Brayden.
Yes.
Sonic Heroes for the PS2 has a retro achievement set.
Oh, it didn't. It might not like that
Did you load a save state?
that I loaded a save state. The memory card.
I mean, you just use save states for the rest of the game. It's fine.
Yeah. Just like Zombie
Hopefully-
Pie, that always works out.
Hopefully the final level does not. Hopefully getting the final secret level does not require you to
My turn.
load something. You could just read what's in RAM.
If it gets to that, I'm sure we could find a
save
100%
file.
Save.
Yeah.
I'll do my best. Here we go.
The Sonic Advance games were also bullshit about like have to beat every game, every level with every character, and get all the emeralds to see the real ending.
Yeah,
I mean, I feel like that was in general a trend during the like 90s and early 2000s. In a lot of
No,
stuff.
like Adventure and Adventure 2, you just beat the game.
yeah, you don't need to get all the
Not with Sonic games, but just like gaming in general.
yeah.
I thought there were a lot of games from that era that were like, there's a secret ending and you've got to unlock all the stuff to get it.
Oh,
All right, come on.
I mean, that's still a thing.
Yeah, and I kind of hate
Souls
it.
games, you know, there's like, well, the Souls game is like, hey, if you do some contrived bullshit, there's like an extra boss.
No, I wouldn't say that's not the case in Dark Souls 1 and 3. Because in Dark Souls 1 and 3, the final boss is the final boss no matter what.
Yeah, but you get a different cutscene if you do some contrived shit. I mean,
Sure.
the only Justin, you might want to look up how to get the quote-unquote true final boss in Bloodborne.
I already know you gotta eat some slugs.
Yeah.
Which
As one
I'll go
does.
find them. I'll beat that game at some point.
That's a funny reaction. I'll go find the slugs.
I've already found 2 of them.
Turn.
Oh, I
How many
hate.
more? Huh?
I hate how this
3 or 4 or
controls.
You have to get 3 out of the 4 slugs in Bloodborne to fight the
Moon
secret
presence,
final
yeah.
boss. Which, sure. I fought Lady Maria. That's a good boss fight.
Yeah, it is.
The one preceding her, however, the Living
Oh,
Failures,
the living failures, where
fucking
it's
suck.
yeah, you
I
like
fucking hate them so
you
much.
like the worst horde boss in
God, they take so little damage and they do so much damage and it's so boring and long and god damn, I think that's the boss I've died to the most. Not because like I'm bad at the game or anything, because I was just like, please let this be over, and I would get impatient and die.
what is your favorite horde boss in a FromSoft game?
Deacons of the Deep.
Deacons of the Deep.
It's easy. It's easy. It's the easiest horde boss.
It's
Oh,
also
no, wait,
got
You know what? No, it's not. No, it's not. There's in Dark Souls 2. There's a fight that's so insignificant I forget the name, but it's in a church, in the desert-looking area.
I vaguely know what you're talking about. I don't remember which one it is.
They're easier than the Deacons.
Yeah.
Um,
I like Deacons of the Deep because it has good music.
yeah.
And
Visually, it's really cool. It has good music, but it's not a good boss fight. But yeah, despite having some trouble with Logarius, he was probably one of the best boss fights in the game.
yeah.
And Maria is probably the best boss, like actually the best boss fight.
Yep,
in that
she's
game,
real good.
even though it didn't actually take many tries to finish her off. But now I'm trying to fight Lawrence, and it's just another cleric beast. Mostly.
Yeah. And then you get to that second phase and you're like,
He's
oh.
on fire this time.
How do you
got
feel
the second
about
phase.
that game's hitboxes?
Not good. Not for that fight.
Nope. That fire just kind of gets everywhere, huh?
Yeah.
I hate this!
Yeah.
So you're saying you like it? It's opposite day, right?
No. That's a rude thing to say to the Irish. Once again, Chris Zombie by Redacted.
All right.
Your anti-Irish sentiment.
How dare you?
There you go.
There we go.
I knew you could do it. See, you got good. Not lucky. Good.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Anyway, I don't like Bloodborne all that much.
Yeah,
I
you and
do prefer
Relkin
the
can
Dark
hang
Souls
out
games
in
to Bloodborne.
Contrarianville.
I mean, this is the chat where we're just poo-pooing Dragon Age Origins.
Yeah.
A beloved RPG of the 7th
Something
generation.
weird in there.
So,
Yeah.
I don't hate it. Like, I like it. I just don't think it's like...
Soggy.
I
Is
like
it
the-
has Origins reached the status of being
Get him before
classic though?
Sonic does.
Yes.
I mean, people...
outside of this weirdo group and
Yeah.
outside of the RPG Codex, yes, people have very fond memories of Dragon Age.
I'll defer to that.
I mean, you need to understand that I'm just weird and bitter.
I was more saying like, damn,
My
like
friends my gears
classic,
about Dragon Age is all the
classic
PC
would imply
games
that
on
there are people
Storefront.
still coming into the game and still having a good time, and it becomes revived in perpetuity. Or there were people who just new blood. I feel like the people who still talk about loving Dragon Age are the people who played it on the 360.
Yep.
Like that
It's
era.
the plebeians. It's the peasantry.
They played
I
the
feel like-
360 version of the game.
I feel like-
barely maintained stable frame rate, and you have to
I mean-
basically pause every turn.
I feel like people coming to that genre these days are playing Baldur's Gate 3 or Original Sin 2, and if they want something spicy or Wrath of the Righteous. Weirdly enough, somehow, Wrath of the Righteous.
I mean, that game did sell over 1 million copies.
Yeah, no, it's like considering how complex and in-depth that game goes,
Yep.
it really feels like that game shouldn't have sold as much as it did.
I
But no,
I
it's
do
one of
like
the
that
best
Relkin
selling
got to
games.
Act 3, where the game opens up and immediately is like, oh, it lost all its pacing.
Yeah, because it's the chapter 2 of this game.
Yeah.
And how Baldur's Gate 2 opens wide up,
Yeah.
that's what this is doing. Go explore, do your thing.
Also, I don't know. I think the Heroes of Might and Magic bootleg fights are bad,
They are bad, but they're generally...
but it's
I turned
inoffensive
them
and
off
super
so
easy.
people- Yeah, I turned them off. Most people seem to think they're really easy, so...
Yeah. Okay, I just killed it with the Team Blast.
Great. You clipped inside of it and blew it up.
Yeah. Yeah. But, Justin, do you think we could make a list of the top 25 Xbox 360 games? Just like all the game journalists have been doing these days.
Jeff Gershman seems to- Here's the thing. Are these the top 25 Xbox 360 games played on an Xbox 360? or are they being played on a Series X and/or a PC? Because let me tell you, frame rates in those days were not good. They were frequently very bad.
A chow nappy.
Number 1, Light Bloom.
I'm not really
Yeah.
sure, but
Yeah, that's the best game.
As I said, number 1 is the version of Mass Effect that exists in the memories of all games press. 2
That
is
fucking-
being 15 years old and playing Halo.
Listen, anybody who goes back and plays that original version of Mass Effect on the 360 is gonna wonder how the hell that franchise even made it. That original version is choppy and runs poorly and looks bad. Even in comparison to other games at the time, the frame rate was awful in that game.
Yep, and those fucking elevators.
I didn't mind the elevators so much. I've never been like a huge stickler for loading times. But and also your characters had conversations in the elevators, so I was like that.
What?
But
you all ready?
yeah, that frame rate. Even back then, I did not like playing that game because of the frame rate.
Even given that was the game I got with my 360, I was like, there's some stuff here that I don't like. And up to that point, I was very much like a BioWare mark.
Played the Legendary Edition of that game when the Legendary Edition came out. When played like that, I think that game was still really, really good. I had a lot of fun. But that original version, not good.
But yeah, so 1 is the version of Mass Effect that exists in the memories of people who have not played it since 2010 or whatever.
I ran server.
And that Mass Effect 3 multiplayer.
Hey, yeah, the Mass Effect 3 multiplayer genuinely valid.
Really, really good.
And then
not in the modern version.
being 15 and playing Halo 3 at the correct age.
Hey, I will defend Halo 3 until the day I die.
My man, I'm not saying it's.
I know.
I love Halo
2's only
3.
dropped, came out like
Alright, maybe
a
I
couple
should plug.
weeks.
Maybe
I got the
Call of Duty 4.
Hayabusa armor.
Yeah, maybe I should plug in my 360 and play original Halo 3.
Yeah, that nice crispy 640p.
Yep. And see how well that frame rate holds up. Not well.
Yeah.
It holds up better than that.
And then, of course, number 3 is Armored Core 4 Answer.
But yeah, like you could absolutely come up with 25 good games
Yeah.
on the 360, but I want someone to come up with 25 good games that you can still only play on 360.
I'm still waiting for, the same people who did the Sonic Unleashed PC port to, really get down there and make Operation Darkness free from its shackles.
It's like it's cool if it's like on Series X.
Yeah.
No, you only playable on 360.
Okay, so
That's
not
what-
back compat.
Not back compat. Nothing.
Not
Eternal
ported.
Sonata.
Yeah.
You have to have an Xbox 360. to
Eternal
play this game.
Sonata, Sonic 06.
Not a PS3.
Eternal
Okay.
Sonata 360 is different.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It's the
How
PS.
different?
As we covered in our podcast, the PS3 version of Eternal Sonata makes the game harder by making enemies as powerful as they are in New Game Plus, and also cutting the amount of experience you get in half.
Great. Okay, but it's still largely the same game. Right?
Yes.
I know that's.
It
Yeah,
adds like
okay.
3 boss fights too.
Yeah, and
Yeah, But I mean, like, the whole thing.
360 versus
Only
one
play on
player.
360.
Nothing matters.
So there's Fable 2.
yeah.
That's on PC.
PGR. Fable 2 is not.
Fable 2 is back
It's not?
compat, but it is not on
It
PC.
is back compat.
Yeah. I know
Okay.
because I own it.
Is PGR 4?
I don't think
Back
PGR4 is. Unfortunately, Doritos Crash Course is back compat, Justin.
Is Sneak King back compat?
It is not. If anything, that game was forward compat.
Why would anyone want to play Sneak King?
As
For the memes.
For the lulz.
I'm looking at my these days paltry collection of 360 games.
The Forza's not back compat. It's licensing.
Yeah, Forza 2 and Forza Horizon 1.
I have a copy of Forza Horizon 1. It won't work on my Series X. That's bad.
Are the Call of Duty's back compat?
Yes. The ones that Black Ops 2 is, which is the one that matters. I'm trying to think if there are like any weird fucked up XBLA games.
Yeah. Well, the Duels of the Planeswalkers, not bad. I know that.
Hour of Darkness.
Duel of the Planeswalker is back compat.
It is?
Yep.
I thought they delisted them.
Still back compat. 50 Cent Blood of the Sand you can only play on with a physical disc. So, alas, nothing to be gained for my my Series S. But it is back compat. They went to the trouble of making certain games back compat that didn't have digital licenses for.
I still think it's weird that Microsoft focused so much on backwards compatibility when they have this smaller library.
Meanwhile, Sony's out here being like...
Even though they have the PS2, which is like the largest games library of... I think it's the largest of any console. Maybe the Switch has it.
I mean, 360 is a pretty big library.
Physical games is probably the PS2. I would need to look up. I don't know. They make a ton of video games these days.
I mean, you have to remember, like, the international community supported the PS2 a lot longer than I think.
I mean, in Brazil, you can still get hacked versions of FIFA 08 with updated rosters.
Well, the OG Xbox and the GameCube were both only on the market for 3 years. The PS2 was, 10.
Yeah, the GameCube basically...
The Xbox was 01 to 05.
December of 01.
Yeah. November of 01 to 05.
And they dropped it as soon as the 360 came out.
The GameCube didn't have...
Stops being a relevant console after Resident Evil 4 comes out.
Yeah. There's nothing else on the GameCube in 05 besides RE4.
Which is January.
And,
as soon as Nintendo announced the Wii and
Fire
delayed
Emblem Path
Twilight
of Radiance,
Princess.
as we all know. The hottest video game.
That was 2004.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nintendo sent out Path of Radiance to die.
Hey, it's still the most valuable game I own, somehow.
Fate Special Edition.
Actually, you're right. Yeah, the Special Edition of Fates is the most expensive game I own.
Suikoden Xenosaga 3?
Xenosaga 3 has gone up in value by about $100 since I bought it.
And don't you have some of those Suikodans?
I have Suikoden 5, yeah. But I think Fate's... I think I might technically have all of the stuff for the Fate Special Edition in box still. I would need to put it together. But, I mean, even just, the cart is worth, $100 and something bucks.
Be careful not to fall off.
Also, your old Pokemon games are worth way more than you think they are.
Oh, yeah, no, my copy... I looked into this. I looked into how much Soul Silver costs. Because for whatever reason, despite those games selling tens of millions of copies...
It's because no one who owns them sells them again.
I think Black 2 and White 2 are also quite pricey.
Every DS Pokemon game is worth a ton.
Despite
As with the
how much of the 3D or how much of the DS resale market is rotten with bad pirate versions.
GBA is way worse with that.
Yeah, it is.
But
As someone who bought this was my freshman year of college.
My turn.
I bought a cheap copy of Etrian Odyssey 3, and it was it was a bootleg that would crash every single time you did a limit break.
Great.
That's not great.
So it's one of the things where it's like the game is playable, but you can't use limit breaks,
Level up.
which is a problem.
My turn.
I gotta make that one.
All right, good night.
but yeah, GameCube and Xbox off the market in 2005.
Yeah.
I mean, there was I would say, let's give them credit. Like, there was a more understandable reasoning for Microsoft saying, yeah, we gotta pull this thing off the fucking market. We're losing so much money. Jesus fucking Christ.
All right. Hooray.
That's really on them.
Whereas Sony basically put the PS2 back on the market after the PS3 non-starter.
Started to have its struggle.
I mean, there are relevant PS2 games all the way through 2009. Thanks, Atlas.
Yeah.
Not even Atlas.
Persona
God of War 2.
4,
God of War 2 was 07, yeah. Tremendous game. Speaking
Yeah,
of...
you liked it.
Here-
Remember when you played games that you actually enjoyed?
Yeah.
It was like 2 days ago.
Yeah. Remember when I was playing Star Ocean 2 and, like, happy?
I remember when you played Warcraft and you had a pretty good time.
Yeah.
Still super psyched about getting Jeff's PS Vita.
You bought Jeff's Vita?
I did. And now I'm sending it into one of those shops to basically jam it. The way that, you remember how Jeff hacked his Dreamcast and then gave that hacked Dreamcast to you?
Yeah.
My turn.
Yeah.
Basically sending it to
Vita as good at playing PS1 games as the PSP is.
Yeah.
So this is something that I've realized getting this Vita and playing around with my stepbrother's Steam Deck. I really do like the hand profile of these old school portables where it's not a giant clock. It gives my wrist fucking strain if I use it for more than an hour.
No, the Vita was a very ergonomic device.
It's one of the most comfortable things. Going from a Steam Deck to the Vita, it's like, wow, I think that this is so much more comfortable and ergonomic.
And Sony splurged on the screen too.
Yeah, they did. They bought
I'm the
a
first
good
batch,
screen.
anyways. The second
bought a
version
good
is a little
screen.
less fancy.
Remember the Xperia Go?
No.
The what?
Come on.
You mean the Xperia Play? The Xperia Go didn't exist.
Oh, the PSP Go is a completely different thing.
Yeah, the
you're
PSP
right.
Go was
PSP Go.
them trying to somehow overcome the piracy problem of the PSP by releasing a digital-only version.
Excuse me, miss. I was wondering if I could ask you something.
If it's about a date, it'll have to wait.
Jade! You think this is a joke, you little brat? No.
Can you do bootleg Vita memory cards?
I bet you're the ones who took Chocolate Chow.
What?
It's not that
You can't bootleg Vita memory cards. The best bet you can do is like do a weird
I like
thing where
I like
you,
that it's just them picking fights.
Yeah, you could buy an SD card adapter for the Vita, but that only like does an SD card adapter for the cartridge slot, and then you jailbreak your Vita, and then you just save to the
There's
SD
gotta
card on
be
the
a
slot.
major misunderstanding here.
Okay. I mean, how much do Vita memory cards cost these days?
Too much. I have a 64 gig one, and it cost me like $80 when it came out. I don't think it's any cheaper now. I mean, Sony's already abandoned it. Just jailbreak your Vita.
I know, but I figure if it was abandoned, you'd think they'd be.
They put out new firmware for the PS3 like last week.
But there's no time for this.
Anyway, I beat Team Chaotix in 17 seconds.
Nice.
Alright. Are you happy? I guess we have an answer to, are you winning, son?
Am I winning, son? See, the great thing about Team Rose is that I'm going to...
The levels are shorter.
Yeah, the levels are like a third as long.
Come on, you guys. Don't
Which is why it's the third campaign.
Yeah, which is why it's presented third, even though it's the version of the game, even though it starts with the tutorial. And it is the easy... Baffling.
So here's what would make sense, is if you oscillated between the teams rather than have to complete each team all the way
You don't need to
through.
complete each team all the way in order. You can pick whichever one you want.
Yeah, but that's the way that they're presented, you almost feel obligated
Yeah.
to see a team all the way through. Like, why wouldn't you do the Sonic Adventures format of, okay, it's time to do
I
some
don't know,
of this
kids.
shit?
What?
Kids will just switch between.
The castle is turned upside down.
Well, Sonic Adventure was structured. You start with Sonic, and then the other ones open up
Yeah.
as you go along.
Like, the fact that they did not include the tutorial with whichever one you start with.
Castle has returned back to normal. Here we go. What? Where am I?
The castle is turned upside down.
On the floor! Actually, Amy, the castle has returned back to normal. That magic robot becomes dangerous when flipped over by the tornado.
This campaign's short and easy, which gives you all the time to play
Team Chaotix. Oh, I'm so excited.
I'll do my best.
My turn.
I'm so excited for this game's testing out what would later be the big gimmick of Shadow the Hedgehog.
Don't worry, we'll be okay.
Don't worry, April's game is going to be Shadow the Hedgehog Reloaded. Because I already played Shadow Generations. And that game might secretly be the best 3D Sonic game.
What? Here we go.
Yeah. So,
No, Lionheart, we're not living and learning. We're finding out what we're made of.
yeah.
I'll do my best.
I,
My turn.
I'm,
I'll do my best. Here we go.
This area is dangerous, so be careful not to fall.
I have learned very little, and I am barely alive.
Are you telling me that this game doesn't make you feel alive?
No.
I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that. It's unfortunate.
We glanced over the fact that the Retro Achievement set was on the PS2 version.
Yeah.
They didn't bother doing it for the PS or the GameCube version.
It's baffling. This is the version of the game you want to play.
I think part of it is that Dolphin didn't have retro achievements until recently.
So be careful not to fall.
Which also seems. I mean, how long has Retro Achievements been around?
I think I remember Gersman talking about them like a decade ago.
All right.
Okay, because I mean, this is just a gander, but I'm gonna assume Dolphin is one of the more popular emulators.
Yeah.
I just knew
Yeah,
we
when
could
did
do it.
PS2 get there, emulation-wise?
For as long as I've been using PCS X2, it's been pretty solid. I had to do some stuff to get... You know, some games will run weird.
I'll do my best.
Oh, if only I could...
Here we go.
If only I could play Jackie Chan in Fists of Fire right now.
I'll do my best.
My turn.
That game is amazing. Other fighting games have things like neutrals or jumps that aren't dog shit. But know what they don't have?
Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan.
My turn.
Giving you the thumbs up after beating him.
Yeah, Lionheart, you can't help me with Jackie Chan. The only person who can help me with Jackie Chan.
My turn.
Hey, the Jackie Chan doesn't accept fatalities. He gives you a thumbs up to show you that he's still okay, because he's Jackie fucking Chan. Don't ask about how he feels about his trans daughter.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he
Yup.
disowned a daughter.
Yep.
My turn.
He also is like a diehard supporter of the
CCP, which weirdly enough happened right after, you know, they took full control of Hong Kong again.
So apparently, like, the reason why we've seen less of him is because he keeps doing the propaganda films for the CCP. Especially historical films.
Yeah. Because he would like to get paid and not, I don't know, shoved into a van and forced to
I don't know.
You know what? Fair.
do a
from-
taped
no, from
confession.
I don't want to
Sounds
get
of it.
shoved into a van. Do you want to get shoved into
Oh,
a
I-
van?
Seems like Jackie Chan is maybe a little bit more pro-party than
A little bit more of a
just,
true
"I'm doing this to
believer."
survive. Yeah, he's maybe more of a true believer.
I would also believe that. But, you know, we'll always have Police Story 2. Uh-oh.
It's a good movie. Operation Condor. Good movie.
We're just going to ignore that, okay. Uh-oh.
Oh, hey.
Uh-oh.
How much progress did you lose, do you think?
It's fine. I just have to play through... I just have to get the fucking emerald again.
Yeah, it was so easy the first time. You'll love it this time, right?
And I love video games.
Sonic Heroes just refuses to cooperate.
Yeah, you know,
My turn.
I hate this game.
Fair.
I'm sorry, I was just thinking about Jackie Chan and Fists of Fire and felt some level of elation and hope in my life. Because, you see, in that game, you press buttons and it always works.
My turn.
It's just a video game where everything combos into everything else, and footsies are for nerds. Because everyone has a dash that covers half the screen with no risk whatsoever. And, you know, I think that's beautiful. Fuck you, video game. Fuck you, you stupid fucking video game. Yeah, I believe N64 emulation's mostly okay these days. You know, unfortunately, the Analog 3D got delayed to July. Which means you'll have to wait for my, hardware-accurate Donkey Kong 64 stream.
Oh, no.
With my childhood copy... I'll say this again. There is a home video of me as a young, precocious boy. Excited to receive that game for Christmas in 1999.
Did you like DK64 as a kid?
Yeah. As a kid. Especially as a kid who's only allowed to play video games, like, on Fridays and Saturdays.
Also, it was for a game, you know...
It was very big.
If you got one game per month, which is what I did, it was perfect for being a kid that only got one game, because there was so much shit to get and do.
Yeah. Like, the problems with that game are, problems that
big,
only...
There's too much to get.
There's too much, and the levels are too big and bloated, and having to go back to the fucking tag barrel.
Lanky Kong stuff sucks ass.
Lanky Kong is slow and bad.
Stretch his arms out.
Yeah, he'll stretch his arms out just for you. Inflate himself, just like a balloon. This crazy Kong just digs this tune.
God, this is like a kaleidoscope of bullshit, huh?
Yeah.
Weirdly punishing?
Yeah.
That didn't feel like a natural end to the level.
No, you just have to catch the emerald.
But even then...
Yeah. Anyway.
What a fucking weird game, man.
Alright, we also have to fight Team Chaotix again.
Oh, wow, it was so much fun the first time, huh?
Yeah, I beat them in 13 seconds. So surely that will happen again.
There's gotta be a major misunderstanding here, but we can't back down now.
Here we go! Lose to a bunch of losers like you. All right.
You just do the tornado. Team Chaotix, they're detectives. You are on your side.
So this is like good game design. You beat it in like 12 seconds, man.
I knocked them off the platform.
Speedrunner here. Raid in arbitrary water.
That's right. That's my speed strat. When am I doing Sonic Lost World?
Right now,
I could
we're
do.
gonna have Braden show you the special.
Yeah, this is called the Spolinky Dink.
The ball slapper to beat up Team
Yeah.
Spolinky Dink. What?
Yeah, this is called the Spolinky Dink.
Come on, you guys. Don't you want to find
It's a technique where
do this?
I've got to get tough for all of us.
it's a technique where
My turn.
you gotta spelink that dink. It's named after a guy named Spolinko, who discovered it.
My turn.
I'm falling.
You should probably save state here.
What?
I'm gonna save state when I beat the level.
The castle is turned upside down.
See,
Do you guys want
I'm playing Legend of Legaia with hardcore mode enabled, because I want them retro Chivos to be real.
war? Actually, Amy, the castle has returned back to normal. I'll do my
My
best.
turn.
For Mr.
That's my strategy. Is what if I just ran past
I'll
them?
do my best. Here we go.
It's Not a bad strategy.
Bye,
Here we
Pooh.
go!
Go fast.
Looks like we're stuck here! Don't worry, we'll be okay. Level up!
I have 37 lives. Here's the thing. I've thought about doing more Sonic games for the rest of the year as the Community Endurance Run donation incentive. Playing this has made me reconsider.
I think there's really not that many more bad Sonic games left.
I mean,
Just
there's
like
there's
Sonic
the
Boom.
Wii ones.
Oh, the Wii ones are mostly.
There's
like,
Sonic
tunnel.
06. There's Sonic Boom.
What's
Black
that?
Knight is really bad, but you can probably finish it in a single stream.
Here we go!
I mean, I've seen the speed tech for that game.
Balls are a suggestion.
Be careful not to
Also, you can just pause the game and keep jumping. There's a pause buffering trick where every time you unpause, the game momentarily thinks you're on solid ground and lets you jump again.
What's that?
What you're saying is it's a good video.
I'm saying it's a good video game.
So Boom is the other.
Yeah, Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric is the other real stinky 3D Sonic game of note. I don't want to play fucking Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode 1. You can't make
Well, that's
me.
just sad.
It's not even that bad. It's just boring.
It's
It's just
sad.
like,
Like if it's an up-res phone game.
yeah, it's basically just like, what if we made Sonic Advance, but we didn't make it as good?
Forces is a single stream game.
Yeah, I mean, Forces, obviously, I'd have to make a cool OC. Named Arbitrary the Hedgehog.
I'm kinda scared!
Secret. Do you
I'll be right
What color
you
is
have-
your OC hedgehog?
Purple.
Purple. Okay.
Maybe green.
Eagle?
Secret rings requires waggle.
Secret Ring seems like it might be the other bad one.
I feel like the only way to play that is on an actual ring, right? Any other way-
Oh, buddy, don't worry.
Stuff.
I got my copy that I bought from a GameStop last week.
Excellent.
Alongside a copy of Killzone 2 for $5. Also, as part of, doing my blog writings, I double-checked how much I paid for Tales of Legendia.
Was it too much?
I paid $47 for that game.
Got it.
Here we go!
But I also had a coupon for eBay, which was if you spend $50, you get $10 off.
Bye, Pooh.
So that's when I also bought Lord of the Rings: The Third Age for like $6. So, who really lost money there? I did. I lost money there.
Yeah, it was definitely you.
Because playing Tales of Rebirth was a good reminder that in fact, some Tales games can be good.
Remember backgrounds, not just for horror.
Yeah, no, like those super nice, like, sprite backgrounds, and Eugene Gallardo is there. His name's Eugene Gallardo! And he's a Panther Man!
What's that?
Yeah. So, because, man, Legendia just was, like, very...
Bye, Pooh.
Namco said we need to have a game out this year.
But here's the fucked up thing. They made another Tales game that came out in 2005.
Hey. chicken.
Because Abyss came out in 2005, and that's what the main team was working on.
Got it.
Here we go.
Abyss, the PS2 Tales game you're supposed to play.
Here we go.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, do people like Destiny 2?
Which one? The real Destiny 2 or the Destiny 2?
The real Destiny 2, not Eternia.
No idea. I know people
Kinda
sort of like
super
Eternia, but I'm
duper
not sure why. It's
happy.
kind of just fine.
All I know about Tales of Destiny 1 is, something talking swords.
Yeah, that's the thing that happens in that game.
Yep. But also, which version of Tales of Phantasia should we play? Because I feel like if we're gonna play a Tales game for the podcast, it should be one of the 2D ones, just because... As I've said before, all Tales games are the same. Some of them are just good,
Yeah, and some of them are okay.
and some of them are deeply mediocre. Which is what Legendia seemed to be.
There's a few bad ones. There's absolutely a few bad ones.
I mean, yeah, that Symphonia sequel is poo-poo.
Yeah.
And I forgot that it's not even considered like a main flagship Tales game, but Xillia 2 is. It's almost like Tales of Symphonia Dawn of the New World wasn't originally going to be a sequel to that game. And then they just shoved it.
They just added the characters in.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, look, it's the guy from Tales of Symphonia 1. He's fucking his teacher, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, you can make
That's
it.
weird.
You can make that canon because you asked.
I mean, they made it canon. I guess someone there
Well,
had something for their teacher. That's all I
basically,
can say.
what happens is you ask Lloyd, like you as Emil have a conversation with Lloyd, and you pick who Lloyd ended up with. So if you want Lloyd to end up with Rain, you can.
I thought that was just how they did that in the game. Like, it's
No,
just that's
you can
what's there.
pick. Because I
Hello,
picked, what if
Brayden.
Lloyd was with Sheena?
You took Chocola and Froggy, didn't you?
Kindly drop by just because I'm compelled to answer the Tales of Phantasia question.
Uh-huh.
Give back.
I need to correct the record.
Yes, actually. You want to play the PS1 version.
Yeah.
The Super NES one is very, very bare bones, and
The GBA version is funny.
oh god, no. And,
It's okay, I know a guy. I know a guy who will play the GBA version of Tales of Phantasia. His name's Chris Zombie Pie Redacted. And every single time they translated Ragnarok, for some reason they translated it as kangaroo.
Yeah, that's how you say Ragnarok in Japanese.
Yeah,
You say
that's
kangaroo.
what the katakana says.
just like Wyvern.
Yeah, Wyvern. Yeah, that PS1 translation of Final Fantasy 1 or 5.
5.
Yeah.
There's a lot less enemies in the robot storm.
Yeah, it's weird.
Anyways, yeah, that's my cameo.
Okay, there you go. I'm having fun.
Can't make me.
I'm having so much fun right now.
There's too level up.
Remember, just don't homing attack.
It's easier when I can just...
You know what? I'm gonna home attack even harder now, even though I'm not playing this game. Like at
Oh,
all.
couldn't you just go chow and kill everything?
Level up.
You just...
Don't get too excited.
What?
boys. Those were the easy
What the fuck?
Woohoo.
You do like 2 waves? This is the sound of me making an angry noise.
It's alright, you're at the egg fleets. It's almost over.
Yeah.
If you want to fight, you got one. Let's get that floating. We're flying so high.
Does Amy not have a hammer in this?
She does. That's how she does her tornado attack. And also,
Where's she keeping it?
hammer space. Also, here's the other thing with Amy is if you hold down the jump button, she just has that.
I'm not sure what that is. Is that like
She has a horizontal hover.
So she spins her hammer like a helicopter?
Yeah.
I wonder if we can use that current to go up. Hey, Fish, do you think we can use your umbrella somehow?
But yeah, I want it's been fun to be like, how much did I spend on this piece of shit that's been in my backlog for the last 4 years? And the answer is sometimes too much. I know, hard to believe that I would spend too much on video games that aren't very good. I've never done that before. I hate video games.
Sorry.
Remember when I was playing Star Ocean 2? God, what a great time.
I vaguely remember that.
This thing just fell into the ocean.
Big just died.
Big's always been dead.
I mean, that... I'm death incarnate! What? I used the homing attack! Fuck!
See what I say?
Come back.
Hi. Did you...
Is that a completely is that actually a real image of Earth? It looks like it.
Yeah, that looks like just a photograph.
Yeah, that looks like a stretch scan or scan of Earth. So what happened?
There was a floor there. Were you here when we were talking about...
No, I was here.
Okay. When I was talking about how much money I spent on Tales of Legendia.
Yeah.
And found out that it was $47.
Yeah, you know, hey man. We all, when you get into old games, you're gonna spend more money. Don't look it up. Don't. I think it is important sometimes to find out how much you overpaid, but like, don't think about it.
I mean, the thing is, it's probably worth more now, despite that game being,
okay, middling.
I'll put it this way, I see why it's the one that no one talks about. Like, nothing about it was offensive. It's just like, oh. And then, you know, and then playing Rebirth and being like, oh, right. This is the appeal of these games when they are operating at full steam.
Did you see, I know you saw the, that they're playing Phasmophobia. Did you see the thumbnail for Shiori's stream?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna send this because I think it'll make you happy.
I think I'm a fan of Shiori. Okay, here's another fun topic we can talk about if we want to talk about things that annoy me.
Okay.
And this is the thing I brought up to you earlier.
Okay.
Is my mom's like, I've been listening to a podcast called The Telepathy Tapes, and I'm like, oh,
Those aren't real.
oh, it is. It was the #1 podcast in the U.S. for a while because
Oh, I know it's real.
it
but
was on Joe
they're making
Rogan.
it up. They're making
Oh,
it.
it centers around the idea that some non-speaking
Non-verbal autistic children have
telepathic abilities,
telepathy.
and, like communicate through telepathy, and that's the reason why they are autistic, or like they've been given a gift.
Sure.
Awesome. Folks.
Let's say that it's pseudo-son.
Yeah, and so I came to the realization that my mom is just one of those people who will credibly believe anything told to her in the form of a podcast.
Okay, now I bet she hasn't gotten to
The part where they talk about fucking elephants or people
No,
communing
no.
with angels in heaven with with
Okay, so
ESP.
that's the part where it really gets. So she not only believes that autistic children, non-responsive children, have the ability to do telepathy. She believes that they can communicate with ghosts
And
that
angels.
you can access if you're next to them. You can access their powers through the power of the crystals.
Uh-huh.
That's just them trying to sell you crystal meth.
No, it's just part of the greater conspiracy theory industrial complex that ends with you eating horse dewormer and shitting out your intestinal lining.
I mean, one of the people that she interviews, Dr. Powell.
That intestinal lining was asking for it.
Nancy Powell is, she, was briefly suspended by the Oregon Medical Board for, openly saying, I support vaccines cause this autism.
Yeah.
And it's like, how can you claim that autism has special powers and then say that it's a bad thing incurred on our children by vaccines? I don't get that.
Under 5 minutes.
Maybe she's saying that it's a good thing caused by them.
Yeah, maybe we should vaccinate our children to create an army of government super soldiers.
Yeah.
But yeah,
We'll call it MK Ultra.
It's that, yeah, and
Electric
so
Boogaloo.
yeah, it was that, and then it was my parents listening to that fucking The Witch Trials of J.K. Rowling podcast.
Oh God, is that what I think it
would
is?
bother making that shit.
So it's once again one of those things where I just think if you talk like an NPR podcast, my mom will be like, "Oh, they can't be making shit up."
Talk like an NPR podcast.
Talk like an NPR podcast. I'm Terry Gross.
What?
I'm Terry Gross. I'm actually Gross. That's my name.
Evil
Also
Terry
Gross.
Gross. Terrence Gross.
Oh no!
Here we are.
Yes. No, that podcast is like a lady who used to be part of the Westboro Baptist Church and is now a journalist, is like, I should ask J.K. Rowling how she feels about all the mean things people said about her. And J.K. Rowling's like, I'm just defending women's rights. So,
Well, I mean, her contention is the turf.
I heard you say offending women's rights, but I bet
No,
you didn't say that.
the standard. This all started in 2020 when she did the tweet thread that got her. I wouldn't say in trouble, but well, actually, sure, in trouble and also held to a level of public scrutiny.
People were angry at J.K.
But it's the standard turf stance where you view that sex.
No, honestly, you don't need to.
If sex
Yeah, I
isn't
know.
the basis of gender,
I already know.
then sex isn't real. Therefore, women aren't real. Therefore, I don't support it. That's long story short. And I don't know if the Witch Trials of J.K. Rowling takes a pro J.K. or
I mean,
anti-JK.
it seems like they interview people, but it definitely seems to be like, oh, all these people were so mean to her, and it's like Bitch is still the richest, one of the richest women in the world. She's a billionaire. She literally has influenced policymaking in the UK for the worse, to the detriment of these people. Anyway. It's not something I'm willing to really fight them on, because I do believe that my parents are mostly, their hearts are in the right place most of the time.
I think that most people who support pseudoscience, that is, like, people, this is going to be funny, but, like, the studies have shown that, do you know what's the number one indicator of whether or not you believe in a falsehood or something that is factually incorrect?
It's believing in something else that's incorrect?
No. It's repetition. You've been exposed to the same lie over and over again, and eventually, no matter what your education level is or economic status is, you believe it. So if you just say something loudly over and over again,
I mean, I've looked outside. I've read the news. That checks out.
It's not politics. It's not economic status. It's not education level. Because there is that video of the guy trying to explain the government doesn't pay taxes. Taxes fund the government, and the person's like, that's not true.
I can't believe he built that thing. It's huge. Maybe he doesn't like his neighbors much.
Government is a snake eating itself at all times.
Why don't we go?
Yeah, I know. Defund the bureaucracy. Privatized, bitch.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
I'm gone.
Eggman's robots are everywhere. What are we gonna do?
So yeah, this game's bad.
Yeah. So, you know, it's one of those things where, it's mostly it's let's just say multiple members of my family, have gotten a little bit into the woo-woo stuff, and I'm willing to let that go because, it's mostly harmless. And it's like, okay, I get it. Like, you've left the confines of the very structured and rigid confines of organized religion. I hate this game!
Anymore.
And you've left the structured confines of organized religion, and now you want something more free-form, more personalized, and a lot of new age spirituality shit gives you that. And whatever, like,
Well, still having the
tarot
comforts
cards
of,
can
like,
be... I do agree with the idea that, like, a tarot card can be, if you don't take it literally...
It's a fun little thing.
It's like a fun little thing, and it's a decent way to think about things, right?
Mm-hmm. You're using it to, like, be introspective.
Got the laser
Sure.
section for Amy?
Yeah.
Will do.
Yeah, by the way, that's the end of Team Rose. Yeah,
Not
there's
quite.
no
That's
laser
The end of
section.
Team Rose, they're dead. They died in the fire.
So you're gonna play the next
Yeah,
one, right?
but the pseudoscience shit is where I'm like, okay, no. You
So
really do
I
believe anything if it's in a podcast, huh?
I forgot to say this. So, like, Mormons do or don't believe in, like, young growth.
They do not believe in young earth.
Okay.
They teach evolution at BYU.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, even
Whether or not individual members of the faith.
No. We
Yeah.
don't talk about the weird. Like I said, you go to Northern California. There's a lot of Mormon churches, but they don't welcome newcomers. Let's say.
Oh yeah, no, those kinds.
gotta know someone to join those ones.
Yeah, no. Listen, we could.
But I was
The
just
problem.
I forget that part.
The problem is, the weird holes I could talk to you about are stuff that is only relevant if you are already so deep in the fucking, culture and, like, we could talk about the what is it, the Snufferites, all of these, like, modern splinter groups. The Snufferites. The followers of a guy named Denver Snuffer.
Was this like when Joseph Smith died and there was like multiple?
I mean, there's some of that, but it's also in the sense that, like, so this guy, Snuffer, is very much like, it's for people, as opposed to, like, you know, the progressive Mormons, half of whom just leave the church and become disaffected atheists and agnostics like me. Or the ones that, you know, are trying to quote-unquote reform shit, which, good fucking luck on that, sweeties. You have the other side of it, which is people who are kind of tired of the rote, like, very, job-like aspects of Mormonism and the very, like, corporate, standardized, you know, spoon-fed doctrine stuff, and they want the deeper spirituality angle and stuff.
Restorationists or something like that.
I mean, there are a couple different, like, splinter groups. But yeah, you know, those people fascinate me because it's like you have the people who are like, basically, specifically this guy Snuffer. It's like everything that Joseph Smith wrote after a certain revelation in the Doctrine and Covenants is like, oh, that's when he fell. And so we're basing all of our new doctrine around only stuff from, like, the first X number of years. You know, religious sect splinter stuff. But yeah, it's basically people who want church to be even more demanding of them. They want church to be more of a job. Or require more homework. Yeah. Yeah, no, we have that. We believe in guilt to get into heaven. We just call it something else. Our version of guilting people is just being like, are you fulfilling your callings to the best of your ability? Which is to say, are you doing enough unpaid labor for an organization that will chew you up and spit you out with no concern? So, you know. I have some feelings on this. Surprise!
Revealed to me that their mission was in, like, Complementarian Democratic Republic of Congo.
Yep.
It's like, wait, did you speak the language? No. Did anyone else in your mission speak the native language? No. Did you get support to try and learn the basics of the language? No.
See, that just sounds like a mistake, because... Yeah.
But also, he was in a combat zone for the entire time.
Yeah, that seems like a bad idea.
Sounds bad, but it's not out of the realm?
No, it's not. I mean, you know, sometimes we have missionaries who get murdered by Hugh Grant in his murder dungeon after he lectures them for an hour like a Reddit atheist.
That's a movie.
Wait, that's in a movie. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Say this. When I saw, I mean, you know, when I used Reddit, I kind of try to avoid it now for the most part. When, like, I constantly saw on the front page of Reddit just the constant, like, smugness of the atheist subreddit, just like, and just, like, they would always have the worst take on any, like, tragedy. Just like, well, you know,
yeah, that's
these
every
children died, and it's
community.
because they believed in God, or, I mean, I'm not, they didn't actually say that, but just, like, using an opportunity of, like, a tragedy to, quote-unquote, dunk on people who believe in something. Just, man, fuck off.
I mean, listen. As someone, let's just say that as someone who has been on r/x Mormon a couple times, I don't want to be those people. Because it's like, congratulations, you're still devoting an amount of your time towards fixating on this thing you want to leave behind. And so that's why I don't.
I wonder what Kate Kelly's doing these days.
I don't even know what that is.
She's the ordained woman. She got ousted. She got excommunicated because she was the one who talked about. Yeah, to. I mean, the actual dark secret is that that movement was never like super popular inside the church itself. Like, most women are fine not having to. But yeah, you know.
The thing is, last I heard is she came out as gay.
Yeah.
More power to her.
Yeah. 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 Which is, and that's why I find the freakos who are, okay, thanks video game. Which is why I find the freakos who are attacking the church from the right so much more fascinating to me. Because, yeah, hey, guess what? The church is, anyone who rocks the boat too much about, like, I don't know, women's rights. I already know how that goes.
So, but what about the Church of Sonic?
That's not a real church.
The church. I mean, one might argue in our current postmodern world, the Sonic fandom is not dissimilar from most organized religion. It just lacks a proper centralized authority, which I guess makes it closer to something like Buddhism. You know, we all decided to follow our Sonic Yogi.
Yeah.
Yogi Big the cat. And he asked all of these women to have sex with him.
How dare he?
I should watch Wild Wild Country.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you're going to watch Wild Wild West.
I should watch Wild Wild West.
No, you shouldn't.
No, I shouldn't.
That movie's terrible.
That movie's not even, like, funny bad. The only interesting part of that thing is the Kevin Smith story. Involving a robot spider. And also, there's some fun to be had over Kenneth Branagh talking in a ridiculous cartoon southern accent. And also having a giant robot spider. But,
Will Smith turned down The Matrix to Wild Wild West.
yeah, he sure did.
He's not that smart.
No, he's not. Also, speaking of weird cults, definitely was a Scientologist at one point.
At one point, he's not a Scientologist now? I thought he was...
I know Jada was apparently very big into Scientology.
Their relationship might be the most toxic relationship in all of Hollywood.
Though, yeah, that's one of those things where it's like, that whole thing was like a reminder of like, oh no, famous people are fucking freaks. And their relationship problems are so much stupider and also creepier.
Yeah.
Than the rest of us.
But yeah, for those that
The rest
don't
of us,
know,
my favorite.
Yeah, the giant spider in Apex Predator.
Giant spider. So the story is that it was originally proposed as a giant mechanical spider, and then they're like, wait, this is gonna be a fucking nightmare to make. Can we do anything that's not a giant mechanical spider? Because this is gonna be like a third of the budget for this one effect. And then they back themselves out of it. It's like, well, what do we replace it with? It's like, how about a stealth bomber? We can do a stealth bomber. And then they got pretty big into making this, like, steampunk stealth bomber before the director just came back like, I don't like the stealth bomber, let's go back to the fucking spider thing. It's like, well, shit.
And so it's a bad-looking CG giant spider.
And then they were going to do it stop motion. Completely stop motion. That was the original proposal. It was like this giant, barely like they were gonna hire the guy who did RoboCop.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, we actually can't afford that, so it's gonna be CGI.
Here we go.
Yeah, but what? Yeah. Boy. I think I would rather, yeah, there are a lot of movies I would rather watch. But,
Especially in 1999.
yeah.
One of the best years for movies.
We'll put an end to this.
I gotta rescue Froggy. I think this game is bad. Yeah, I saw Kraven the Hunter last year.
You shouldn't have.
And let me tell you, that movie is fucking awful.
Yeah. It's not great.
We did it! Now I can take Froggy home.
And it's not even funny bad. Except for Russell Crowe's amazing bad Russian accent.
Raven's Hawk came in at the right time.
Oh, look! We got Froggy and Chocola!
Froggy!
Eggman melted? Let's not read anything into that.
No, he's a metallic.
Isn't that Mr. Sonic over there?
But anyways,
Everyone's having a
also,
good time.
I guess we should mention, so the robot spider in Wild Wild West was supposed to fight fucking Nicolas Cage's Superman.
Yeah.
What?
Like, it was the entire model and the rig and the setup for the Wild Wild West mechanical spider was the final boss of that Nicolas Cage Superman movie. And they're like, well, we can borrow this.
Yep.
Wasn't that supposed to be an adaptation of Death of Superman?
Yeah. But again, that movie was a nightmare.
Warner Brothers superhero movie? A nightmare? No.
Obligatory fuck you, Zinaka. It's the credits again.
Yeah. We love convicted criminal Yuji Naka. I love that each of the teams has their own theme song. How's Haruka?
I'm a pretty girl.
Have you learned that maybe the idol industry isn't all it's cracked up to be?
The toxic relationship with her agent is genuinely disturbing and makes me feel bad. Because she thinks that she's like a mom to her.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up.
I mean, I
I'm
guess
sure it won't end poorly.
I feel like
Lionheart, Tokyo Mirage Session is the idealism of that industry with none of the bad.
yeah, no, it's great. It's just like, yeah, man, I love performing. Also, Martha's here.
There's a man in a dog costume.
There's a guy named. There's an
Simping for a
American who
14-year-old.
just randomly swears in
Yeah,
English.
Barry.
Barry.
Dog costume.
Yeah. Anyway, we finished Team Rose.
One more.
Only the worst one left.
Who is this again?
Team Chaotix.
Who makes up this team?
Espio the Chameleon, Vector the Alligator, and Charmy B. Your favorite characters from Knuckles Chaotix.
Braden, did you ever hear the Fire Emblem theme being sung with the lyrics at the end of Tokyo Mirage Sessions?
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah,
it's
very
good. That game's
Just wanted to make
good.
sure you are aware of that. That game's great.
That game, yeah.
Try another story.
Yep, there's only one left to go.
You've only been going for an hour and 40 minutes.
You're right. And now I have to save via save state.
So you're having fun, right?
Yeah.
Goodbye, Big.
Yeah, it's really good that okay, let's see if I can
Flee before my massive girth.
Wait, what?
Jesus Christ.
God, people want to say I'm the one who's too sexual on screens.
There's nothing sexual about that. He's a fat guy. It was a fat joke, not a dick joke. Jeez. It's taking things to weird places.
Alright. Yeah. Yeah, I believe in free speech. I guess I could start Team Chaotix.
You sounded so ready to.
Look at all of those characters that you know and love. Team Chaotix.
Yeah, everyone loves Knuckles Chaotix for the 32X. A failed hardware add-on that came out too late in the Genesis lifespan. That had a grand total of like 30 games for it.
What?
Why are they in an office?
They're detectives. You want on your side.
That's what they are?
Yeah.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
SBO, don't be silly. Besides, you know our policy. We never turn down work that pays.
It's his voice?
Hey guys! I got this gold chain!
Roger.
I love Flava Flav.
Hey guys! You guys wanna go and do some hash? Anyway, let's find 10 hermit crabs, motherfuckers. Hey, you know how...
Now what are we gonna do? Bring it on!
We have to
Here we go.
we have to find 10 hermit crabs.
Here we go.
So basically we have to go through the map looking for tiny, difficult to see objects.
Here we go.
We should all go through the 3 giant rings together.
I might have also
Here we go. Here we go.
gone.
Here we go.
I might have gone backwards. Who's to say?
Here we go.
Here we go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Thank you. I hear something moving.
So if you get to the end and you haven't found 10, you just lose.
No, you just have to go back to the start of the level.
Oh, does it just teleport you back to the beginning?
Yeah. And you have to keep looking for them.
Good.
Here we go.
Leave this to me, boys. Run! Run!
It's another.
Here we go. Level up.
Wow, plenty of enemies around here.
Anytime you're ready.
Take the lead. Here we go. Thank you.
Here we go. Let's go. These ruins react to motion. Here we go.
What is the alligator doing when he has a purple balloon above him?
He's got bubble gum.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go.
These guys have more "this is my Sonic" like OC don't steal energy than half of those that I've actually seen online.
Here we go.
Yeah, but they were. The bubblegum thing is from Knuckles Chaotix.
Target direction depends on formation. Press the A button to fire and B button to cancel.
Nothing to read into with Big Alligator with chains and headphones. No, absolutely not.
Here we go. Level up.
There are no.
I might be concerned, but he talks like this.
Yeah, he's like, hey, what up, guys? I'm from. We had to break his fucking legs.
Proceed with caution.
Also, the chameleon speaks like he's a.
Like he's a protagonist from
Like,
the Ox.
well, no, he's like a cool ninja.
Yeah, like a protagonist from the Ox.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I have a bad feeling about this.
I've had the full
I'm dark
code of the ninja.
and edgy. My family is dead. Also, my love is dead, but my family died first. I have multiple tragic backstories.
Yeah. I have multiple tragic backstories.
My village was destroyed when I was a child.
I grew up in a comfortable, loving family. Huh?
I survived polio.
Polio, eh?
I
Why do you
survived.
think he looks the way he does?
Yeah, he was just a
He's
normal
human,
dude
not a
before that.
chameleon.
Hermit crabs must be nearby.
Crabs.
It's all dark, Linear. They're all tragic backstories.
I've-
Why is surviving polio somehow darker than my family, my village, and my lover dead?
Oh God. Someone just reminded me that the trailer for Happy Gilmore 2 is
Oh no.
Fuck, dude.
No, thank
You
you.
like Happy Gilmore?
It's gonna be garbage. It's such a bad trailer.
Listen, Hey, guess what? I don't think
You know
that
what?
original
No,
Happy
I'm
Gilmore's
gonna
that
pass. I'm gonna
good.
watch- I'm good. I'm good. I'm gonna move on.
I've never liked his shtick, but also,
I'll take the lead.
That first Happy Gilmore movie is one of his better. Definitely
you
better than
know,
Waterboy.
I've seen Uncut Gems. He's capable of acting.
Yeah, but you have to give him like we need you to be unhinged and or high and or crazy.
That dude's
For the
always been
fans.
capable of acting.
Oh no, did your children discover Adam Sandler?
Oh god, just
Are,
they're just
Sorry, Lionheart.
you're
having to
Wait,
watch Billy
Lionheart, who
Madison.
does the Spanish dub over for Adam Sandler?
they're just
no,
watching.
this is how he's helping get his kids better at English.
Yeah.
Oh, they listen to.
Yeah, they're
Adam Sandler.
they're watching Grown Ups
Waterboy-
too,
Waterboy
and
voice.
Here we go.
yeah,
The Waterboy, even as a kid, I had a couple of friends who loved that fucking movie as a kid.
Same.
And I remember
Very
just being like, fuck, this sucks. Like, why is he using this voice? Even as a kid, I was like, this is awful? This voice is terrible. Why?
Here we go.
and then you watch the stuff.
It's me, I'm Adam Sandler. I'm doing a silly voice.
That's a surprisingly good impression.
Here we go.
I like the witness. That's good.
Let's go.
I know how much of a Jack and Jill stan you are.
I'd say Punch Drunk Love is a better movie, but
No,
Miss
Punch
Honey
Drunk
Spears
Love
isn't
is yeah. He once again, it's one of those fun things where Adam
They
Sandler.
watch Grown Ups 1 and 2. Yeah, they're children.
Yeah, kids watching Grown Ups 1 and 2 to improve your English.
I don't blame you. Like, look, man, if you have kids, you gotta go through watching the bad kids movies.
Listen, I saw Frozen 2 in a theater with my nieces.
Bad per se. That's just it is
Obnoxious.
Frozen
like,
2's pretty
children
bad.
movie obnoxious is different than like any other.
Here we go.
Frozen 2 is a movie they had like 8 years to make and somehow
Let's go.
made one of the most
something of like VHS tape quality.
like direct-to-video quality
like all
sequel.
Of Disney sequels?
Not all of them.
Which one?
Toy Story 2 is pretty good.
That's
Most of those are
Pixar.
pretty good.
I didn't see Inside Out 2. I'm to understand there is a very explicit part of Inside Out 2 where they need to make sure directly to the camera that to tell the audience that Riley is not gay. Because
Yeah, I did hear there was a scene there where they did that and then had multiple characters say, "Do you think she likes him? Him? She's interested in him?"
I mean, you don't have to do that. if
well,
you just
that's what happens
show
when you
that
go
she's
to
actually
hockey
interested.
camp with a bunch of other girls, and then
How about you just?
I don't
let
know.
the
You
kid
could
be
just
a
write
kid?
your story in a way that's like not weird.
It feels like Disney.
it feels like it very much feels like someone was like, no, we can't let them think the character's gay.
We can't deal with
You know,
it.
here's the thing that I've learned about the internet is that it doesn't matter. People who want to think a character is gay will always think a character is gay. Just like people
listen.
who want to think a character is straight will always think a character is straight.
I'm friends with a lot of lesbians. Sentence one.
I don't know.
Sentence
I think you
two.
should maybe just think about a literal child's sexuality less. I think in
Yeah,
general,
like,
just
don't
maybe
fucking-
let
who
them
cares?
let them be that, let them be whatever they are, and just.
She has a crush
Maybe
on
adults should
fake
stop talking
Cloud
about that.
Strife, and that's funny.
Actually, no, you should absolutely make fun of a child who has a crush on Cloud Strife. That dude's
Yeah,
barely a
nice hair.
character.
Oh, I love how much of a wiener tryhard Cloud is. Especially in remake.
I was in Soulja.
He's great.
Just and the way that Aerith and Tifa just give him shit. See,
Well, they
that is
developed
a gay
woman.
pairing I'm willing to go to bat for. Is Tifa X Aerith.
Oh, Tifa.
Those
their
two are
relationship
gal
with Anime
pals.
Remake was great. Yeah, that relationship is the most
Yeah.
rewarding part of that game.
Yeah. Is Zack Fair a fake Cloud Strife?
I mean, it's the other way
No,
around.
it's the other way around.
The other way
It's,
around.
it's canonically the other way around.
But also, you can see that. A life that
I'm very excited to finally play FF7 Rebirth in 14 years. When I'm done with these 14 other mid-budget action JRPGs, I can finally get to the high-budget ones.
Finally.
Yeah, you still gotta play Shadow's Covenant.
I have I once again will remind you, within arm's reach, I have my discs for Shadow Hearts Covenant.
There's so many scenes in that game I know that you would just adore.
I liked the part where there was a gay-coded vampire luchador who
Yeah, no, he's the main character. Yeah, Joaquin.
Yeah, and also he's the
His
brother
entire
of
side
Keith.
story is yes, he's also the
One
no,
of
he's
the
the
best
cousin.
side stories.
Yeah.
His side story is the Tower of Man.
Yeah, it's literally one of the best storylines in the entire game.
And then, there's the dog whose side quest involves fighting other dogs.
Yeah.
And being the greatest dog fighters in Europe.
In space, too.
In Space Europe?
Did you even see Rasputin?
No, I
isn't
didn't
he the
get
dude
that
with
far.
the puppets?
No, that's Geppetto.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Geppetto's
Because
Remember
he's
in
Alice's
his opening, his
uncle.
Panties.
And he has a weird lolly doll who you give gay
Panties,
pinups
too.
to a pair of offensively gay tailors who
Let them
make
be
new
who they
outfits for her that give him access to new elements.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh,
It's the red
me?
dress, so now she can cast
Gongaga.
fire.
I understood that meme, Lionheart.
Now she's a little salsa dancer.
I've never
This one
played
looks
Crisis
like my
Core.
dead niece.
Oh God.
All I
Yes,
know
that's
about
her final
Crisis
outfit.
Core is Gact is in it, and
Don't
also
we say that.
me, Gongaga.
You really gacked it up.
Gact is
For the children.
I was freeing up some space and I did delete the ISO for Bujin guy from my computer.
Oh,
Why
wait, you
would
still
you do
only need
that?
2 more.
Yeah.
What did Bujin guy ever do to you?
It was boring and floaty and bad.
Honestly, that's a good enough reason to not play any game.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
What if you played more of it?
I'm just saying there are a lot of more interesting games.
Yeah, probably.
That's the evil genius, Dr. Eggman. Yes, let me show you who I really am. The self-proclaimed genius scientist.
There are plenty of other games from that feature that I would rather play for content.
That's a very reasonable thing to say.
Like exploits. That's not true. That's not even true as a joke. So, how's everyone else's night going? I'm doing all right, other than the leg cramping incident.
Yeah, that's never ideal.
Get a Charlie horse?
Oh yeah, like a bad one. While I was at the gym.
That happens.
So that's why I did. I drank some
Water.
I drank some water and some Powerade. Gotta get those salts back.
Potassiums.
Some electrolytes.
Roger.
I still don't understand, whenever Steam has one of these sales, why is so much of the margins just empty, useless space when you go full screen
Death to
with
the
the
evil one.
marketplace?
Prepare to die, Eggman.
I wonder what their I wonder what the average resolution is. That's my answer for like a Steam user.
Like, why is the Steam marketplace so shitty whenever there's a big sale? Like the usability, the fucking everything,
Not too late
goddamn
to change
everything.
your mind.
Why do you think we're here? How else are we gonna make the rent?
Let's go!
Here's your next mission. Destroy all of Eggman's robots holding the city. Every single one of them.
Yeah, so for this one we have to destroy all 85 robots.
Sure.
Hey, look how fast I can run on this tab!
Every single one.
Here we go! Run! 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 Run!
Anyway, I already got my Steam sale haul. And you know,
Let's go.
I love high quality video games. Which is why I bought 2 tactics games that have mixed reviews. Actually, I think one of them might be mostly positive now.
I forgot to check for
You know, they brought that average up.
It's still going on.
storage over when we're going for games. This is the part that drives me crazy when I click Steam's adventure games. Game number 1, Sea of Thieves. Game number 2, BioShock Infinite.
Yeah,
Game
those
number
games are
3, The
action
Witcher
dash
2.
adventure.
Game number 4, Dragon Age Origins. Baldur's
And you
Gate,
like adventure
Kingdom Hearts. Dragon Quest 11. Not these adventure games, god damn it.
You gotta just find more European.
More like I'm a
Yeah, European.
Let's go.
What? Heal everybody. Stop. Here we go. Miss.
Let's go.
Maybe too many.
Beautiful child. Ghost Trick. Yeah, that's an adventure game. Now we're getting it.
What
I had to click point.
percent of?
Ooh, there's 4 hidden point-and-click adventure games. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen when I click?
Are they going to be pornography or
And
things you ignored?
It's
Stick to push and pull on the handle. Press the B button again to release.
Wow, who could have foreseen this occurrence? Anyway,
I wonder what all of these games.
Sometime-
that are hidden for the
see-
visual novel section.
yeah, Steam was like, hey man, you played Dragon games, right? You like Dragon Age? You will love this visual novel / management sim about being a dragon.
What?
Amasses a harem. And then said screenshots do involve anatomically correct dragons.
Sure, why not?
And it's like, I should really. The problem is now, and this is I've now it's just like all of this shit is too funny, and I've even though I should really just go back to turning the porn off, because it's not like I'm gonna buy any of those games, because a lot of them seem gross or like genuinely a problem. But also sometimes it's just like, wait, people are buying this? Anyway, so that's what's Steam. This is what Steam recommends to me. it also, you know, recommends me normal video games on occasion.
What does GOG recommend you these days?
The problem with GOG is that I own most of the games on GOG that I would like to purchase. So it just is like, hey man, you might like this video game that you own on a different platform.
Let's go.
I'll take the lead.
Not bad.
Here we go.
But yeah, video games are. I'm planning on finishing Avowed probably this week, so I can uninstall that. I think that game is good.
Great and arbitrary water waves. Good.
I think that game is good. He raves. I know, it's hard to believe. I wish the combat had more going on.
I wish that some of the cities that you explore, especially at first,
Were a little more dynamic.
Here we go. Like, of all the people saying it's not enough, like, in a Elder Scrolls game, I feel like that criticism in particular.
Yeah, I do think it would benefit from, like, people moving around, at least.
Just like, you know, some dynamism as you're progressing in the story, like recognition or like some quips.
I mean,
some sort of change.
I will say that the game itself, there does a pretty good job of acknowledging your choices, even if those choices are not like major or quote unquote meaningful. I have Shuriken. I have Shuriken because I am a ninja. Who will beat Legend of the Gaia, you first, me or ZP? ZP, because I ain't beating that game.
Here we go.
I'm so glad I'm not trying to be Legend of Legaia. I think my Lord and Savior Jesus
gained
Christ.
5 new followers because of this thing, and they keep showing up every single time I stream it.
It's true.
So I'm
Following you.
stuck.
This is what you get for playing RPGs.
And then you have to play Legaia 2, and you'd be like, oh, this is worse.
I'm not playing with guys. Fuck that. I got so much on my fucking plate.
There are so many better mediocre PS2 JRPGs that we should spend our time on.
Let's go.
We gotta play Virtua Quest.
Yeah,
or Mega Man X Command Mission.
I'll handle it.
We already played Unlimited Saga.
It's one of our lowest rated games ever.
And you can't tell me to re-review it.
Boy, it doesn't look good.
I'll handle it.
Here we go.
That's right.
I don't know. What's real?
What is real? Okay.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
Don't hurt me?
Let's go.
No more.
Quit grinding. Use the B button to
Oh
accelerate.
boy.
The control stick, the
I'm gonna talk about the fact that I still don't have any regrets about saying no filters on Steam.
Uh-huh.
And it.
Kawazu gave me the answers. I mean, it's true. One cannot argue with the part where Unlimited Saga is a game that is all mechanics that it refuses to elaborate upon. It's a game that gives you zero feedback on if what you're doing is more or less effective than anything else you're doing. Oh, fuck me, motherfucker!
You're starting to sound like me when I stream.
No, I'm... Okay, no. Thank God. I thought I missed one, and I was going to get very upset.
Again, you're starting to sound like me.
I was...
Motherfucker.
This is why I need to go back to my niche. I need to stop playing Sonic the Hedgehog.
Not bad. No complaints.
Sonic didn't do anything to you.
Sonic did many things to me.
You don't owe Sonic anything. I want to point out you started streaming Sonic games, and like only a couple of times have we seen the Sonic fans come into chat. And one of whom was a spam bot that we immediately banned. When they
What,
tried
you
to
weren't a big fan of Sonic
I don't
Storm?
think that was a Sonic fan. I don't think that person even tried
With
to...
Paypig, that was someone under duress.
Yeah, that's just someone that trapped.
Yeah, yeah, I don't think that was a spam bot. I think that was someone trying to do a pig fattening scam.
Okay, I can hear you out on that, but nonetheless, we've only seen like
My favorite PS1 Sonic game, Sonic Storm.
Sonic fans actually show up to your stream.
It's true. Meanwhile,
And I
Legend
feel
of Legaia fans, all 5 of them.
They keep showing up to my thing. Why? Why can't you get the weird, like sometimes needy, insistent fans show up to your streams? Oriented around a, series or franchise that I thought their fans would show up a lot more often. I don't
The
know.
answer is that the Sonic fans probably have dedicated Sonic streamers.
Thaumaturge is on sale for $19.
I own that game.
Is it worth $19?
I don't know. I haven't played it yet.
$19 still? No? Okay.
I haven't played it yet.
That jank? We're actually having a debate whether or not we should actually create a European concept page on Dragon Ball. Under review for subject.
It is. It is a subjective term, but also it's a subject of term. Am I right?
Here we go. Here we go. Thank you. Here we go. Thank you.
Yeah, we need to play more Ogre Battle.
You don't know if that game's worth it at $19?
I mean, here's the thing. The actual answer is, I'm saying this as someone who just spent
You're saying this
$80
because I don't have the
on.
game. $19 for me.
Yeah, $19. Yeah.
For me? Yeah.
Yeah.
I really have increasingly come to appreciate the Limited Studios just fully embracing the fact that they are the jank or high concept European publisher.
Yeah.
Like if you're a small indie Euro outfit and you've got a game. I don't know. I think the Alters will probably do well for them. Maybe it did.
I just remember when Crony went to Poland.
And they
really
she really liked Frostpunk too, man.
Hey man, that Frostpunk 2's A-okay. I just like the part where she's like, they didn't know I was Crony. And then also, I ate a bunch of pierogies.
The studio that does that interactive fiction stuff, they did The Invincible, Indica. I like that studio.
Yeah. I should play Indica.
It's weird. Like
Yeah,
I said,
it is.
Eurojank is. I think that game makes me remember that Eurojank is not necessarily just RPGs.
No, it's all things.
Platformers, adventure games can be Eurojank.
Yeah,
I've played some Eurojank point-and-click adventure games like Teen Agent. That's Eurojank.
Teen Agent was delightful.
God, that game's just so incompetent.
But it's also like...
The Soviet Union has fallen. Now we will make
computer
Western
games
culture.
like the ones we pirated.
Let's go.
Sincerely, finding out that it wasn't just Heroes of Might and Magic, but also the original King's Bounty was like one of the first PC games to really get big in the former Soviet Union, and it's like, oh.
So I had to explain to me, not only was that the big thing, but like American TV. We've talked about how like American television, people really talk about like Kojak was super popular in the Middle East and Turkey especially, and also parts of Europe. Columbo was popular in Japan and parts of Europe as well. But it's been expressed to me that as much as you've heard about Columbo and Kojak and maybe Knight Rider, they all are dwarfed. They're all child's play compared to how fucking big Dallas got in post-Soviet Union.
Yep.
Because it's like, these are the Americans. This is America.
Yeah.
Like,
always has
Dallas
been.
was fucking huge.
Yeah, this is what Americans are like.
Even in like South America, like Dallas was huge. Look at these crazy Americans.
This is exactly what America's like. It's true.
Who shot JR?
I believe there was a Dallas revival.
Well, they had to actually resolve the cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dallas is huge in America. It was like one of the highest watched shows ever.
Yeah, that's because there were 2 channels. People talk a lot about how, like, oh, the finale of MASH was one of the most watched TV shows ever, and it's like, yeah, because there were 2 channels. What else were you going to watch? There was nothing else.
Love Boat, MASH, etc. Dallas.
The monoculture is dead. Outside of the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is the last monoculture.
Are sports the end note of the monoculture of television programming?
Yes. Sports are the last monoculture.
It's like, no one's watching, I guess, I don't know. Who's watching, like, evening TV shows?
My parents watch the local news.
Those are traps.
But, like, what are the new houses of this generation? Like, the houses, you know what I mean by that, right?
It's Yellowstone.
Oh, it's Yellowstone?
It's Yellowstone. Yellowstone is the show that no one on the internet watches, but everyone else watches.
I feel like people still talk about Blue Bloods being something like that.
Oh yeah, and it's all fucking cop shows. It's all cop shit all the way down. Preteen should not be watching House. No S Lupus.
That's... Why are you being racist?
I'm not.
The other thing I got from watching like a bit of House is that it's just the same fucking thing every single fucking episode.
I mean, yeah, it's the same. It's the same episode. Every single
And then
episode is the
eventually you
exact
get
same.
sadder. It's like, oh no, the tragedy.
Yeah, and at some point, yeah, Gregory House, his life just, yeah, it's a procedural. But yeah, after a certain point, House's life becomes such a mess. I'm sure there are some episodes of that show that have quote-unquote aged really well.
I mean, the whole thing about a drug abuser being a doctor. I don't know. There was a period of time where I felt like House was top 10 show for me.
There's that season where he goes to rehab.
It was an actually pretty
And those
powerful
3
moment.
episodes are like really good.
Even though it has like the metaphorical music box gimmick or trope.
Yeah.
And it was the most
hackneyed
fucking asinine bullshit.
Oh, I see. So the kids are still cool with JoJo.
Battle tendency, hell yeah.
Finally.
My child.
Yeah.
You raised him well.
Yeah.
Lionheart.
God, Joseph Joestar is the best. It's the best one.
He is. It's not even a contest.
It's because he's.
They even tried to character assassinate him in one season, and he was still the best one.
Because yeah, he like I've heard multiple people compare him to Bugs Bunny, and that's spot on. Where he is just like bullshitting and tricking and like kind of just
Old man JoJo, who's basically bullshitting his ways, like, yeah, you can't kill me. I'm just a stupid ass fucking old guy. Leave me alone. You kid. And you can clearly tell that he's just bullshitting.
Yep, and then he does some of that in Stardust Crusaders too. Although most of his job in Stardust Crusaders is him going, "Oh my God!"
I still wonder, when do you think?
Holy shit!
When do you think they're gonna finally pull the trigger and actually make a show about Steel Ball Run?
I think they're going to announce it this year.
This is the year?
Yeah.
Like they've been teasing it
my
for
God!
literally years.
No, I think Steel Ball Run is this year.
Okay. It's just, again, they've been teasing it for a while now.
Yeah.
I want it to happen.
But I believe David Productions has teased a JoJo-related announcement.
Our client's adversary, perhaps.
You mean the bad guy?
Like, Johnny Joestar's great.
Yeah.
And Funny Valentine is
His name's
a
Funny
lot of fun.
He's the president of the
Villain's
United
name
States.
Is Funny fucking Valentine. How do you say no to that?
Yeah. And, you know,
I'll find Eggman's treasure first.
The criminals that they hire, Funny Valentine's hires a criminal family, and they're called the Boom Boom family. And the leader of the patriarch of the Boom Booms is Benjamin Boom Boom.
yeah. Normal American names.
And his wife leaves him to become a full-time prostitute.
Sure.
Yeah, as Americans often do. Yeah, it's...
They make Steel Ball Run, god damn it.
Yeah.
It's the most fun that JoJo's ever. And I'm not the biggest JoJo fan.
Yeah, and then yeah, we can talk about the original, the world's first stand user, Jesus Christ.
I'm of the controversial opinion that the best thing to happen to JoJo is fucking Dio dies and they just move on to better, more interesting villains.
You know who you're up against.
I'll find Eggman's treasure first.
There's been a misunderstanding, but I doubt if they'll listen to us.
Alright, then let's do it!
Whatever the reason, if they want to fight,
How far are you in chaotic?
I finished the first 4 levels.
So are you gonna finish this today?
No! No, I'm going to stop after this.
Okay.
Because I've been going for 2.5 hours.
And it's already rotting your brain.
And I would like to do something else with my night. Like go to bed or wish for death.
Fans want to see you.
No, they don't! Where are the Sonic fans?
I can't even finish that sentence. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know why the fuck, whenever I play this, like, very mediocre fucking game, I get 5 people telling me, this is my favorite game. I'm gonna watch you play this for 4 hours. And it's like, fuck. And then you have not you've had like 2 Sonic fans show up. Despite everyone telling me that Sonic fans show up to everything online.
See, I think the problem is I'm playing Sonic Heroes and not like Sonic Robo Blast 2. I'm not playing weird, fucked up Sonic fan games.
The time to get into Sonic streaming was like 5 years ago.
Sonic
They've all found their
RB2 cart.
spaces now.
Are you aware of Sonic RB2 cart?
No, but I have Garfield card now.
So Sonic.
Oh, right.
So Sonic Robo Blast.
Wait, have you actually played Garf Kart?
No, but I own it.
Okay.
All
you
right.
have to test our theory. Will the Garf Kart people show up if you stream it?
I will never stream it.
Okay.
Oh, see, there's your problem. All right, is Joku playing some bullshit? No. Okay,
No.
Smite's playing Suikoden.
Okay.
You hear about this game?
Yeah, there's a banjo in it. It's cool.
Alright. Bye.
Bye. Alright, Suikoden's a pretty good game. One might say it's the second best game we've played for the podcast. I'd probably rate some games higher, but you know, there were 3 of us. Good night.
Yep, have a good night.